The international food supply chain, from a sustainability point of view, is highly complex and really challenging. I think for everybody within the chain itself, from producer and to consumer. And then in terms of our role as a supermarket, trying to offer sustainable food to consumers who actually are always looking to pay as little as possible.
I think about it, but I haven't got an awful lot of money to spend, so I don't always go for the best option, I'm afraid. I am guilty.
We try to procure where we can fair trade products, sustainable fish products, sustainable palm oil, those sorts of products, and try to educate our consumers into why those are so important. You've got farmers in poverty on the one hand producing much of the food that we eat, and consumers consuming and wasting a lot of that. Nobody has it easy from consumer to producer.
We think the theme of the green economy is a capitalist way out of the current crisis. It doesn't resolve anything. What we perceive is that it gives more facilities to agribusiness, which affects landless workers because they use machinery to plant huge plantations of sugar and soy to export to China and the United States.
But what we could really do with is a big element of support from an independent, somehow, somewhere, that would guide us in the way that we could actually do this better.
People talk to me sometimes about change, and change is one of my favourite words because, of course, we all think that we live in a state of status, but in fact we don't. We live in a world of constant change. And if you see what's happened over the food sector over the last 40 years, we've seen absolutely massive change. We've seen the revolution from, the butcher, the baker and the candlestick maker suddenly now to big international companies who are, sourcing on a global scale for a consumer who is increasingly demanding, and also in a world where we've got a growing population. So we've got real pressure coming on. And then you've got all the behavioural stuff going on at the same time. So take the UK, where you suddenly had bricks and mortar businesses suddenly now having to have channel change with things like online, having to go into convenience foods, suddenly finding that big space is not always the answer to the maiden's prayer, as we've seen with Tesco's. So there's a real revolution going on in the food sector, and a real revolution going on, as I say, at a time when we've got real pressures in our world. Pressures with population, pressures with sustainability, pressures with actually with sourcing, pressures with actually where are we going to get this food and how are we going to make sure there's enough of it. So it's a big puzzle.